That's evil. Like it. Yeah, that's okay.
Hey, honestly, Mouse is in the house.
Look at that.
Honestly, your husband wasn't caught for DUI, and it's not on the news.
Yeah, I really want to know if there was somebody else in that car with him. That's the scandal. You know, Mama Nancy's out back east. He's out getting drunk and.
Oh yeah, 80-year-old on the prowl. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, 9 o'clock. We're ready.
I think so. Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly? I think we're just getting started.
Medic!
I'm a witcher.
I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to episode 686 of your Overseas Connection podcast. Today is June 5th, 2022. We are a video game podcast, but more than that, we are a community podcast. So we talk about life, we talk about other entertainment stuff beyond video games, but of course, everything that brings us together is video games. We also consider ourselves a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, and that's because we can buy our own beer. Yeah, exactly. Really?
Yeah,
really?
We're not grown up.
Objection, Your Honor. Here.
No. Okay.
Beer should have a 28-day cooling off period.
Yeah. More importantly, when somebody plays a sound clip, they need to understand it's going to play on repeat and loop unless they turn it off. That's what I would say to that.
Why?
All right. We are on
I played it twice
Twitch.
On
I'm just kidding around. Everybody relax. It's okay. It's going to be a good show today because we're talking a little E3 goodness. We're going to talk about what we've been playing. We're going to talk about a bunch of shows that we've been watching. And importantly, we do this every Sunday, 9 p.m. in the UK, 1 p.m. on the West Coast, 4 p.m. in the East Coast. And we don't care about the Central Time Zone, except for Kim. She absolutely cares. And so it's 3 p.m. her time zone. We also will release an audio version. So if you happen to miss us live in the real life, you can always watch it or listen to it on repeat. Okay, let's get some real important things out of the way, which is who's on the show. There's myself, Greg DeLacy, the most important person in this room, my room right here in where I'm at. Kim Woods, also on the podcast today.
Howdy.
Excellent, Kim. Thanks for joining. Sure. Screwing up the podcast audio, Mark Wright on the podcast.
Hello, it's me again.
Yeah, it's funny because it was so professional last week, and then this week it just feels a little bit, exactly. That's my exact response there, Mark. I'm just kidding around. Mark, great to have you on the show. And last but certainly not least, I'm back from his expedition to the North Pole, Robin Tate.
Hey, yeah, I'm here and I'm suffering the consequences of frostbite on my nose, as you can see. But we'll get to that. Thank you.
You knew where I was going with that. That's good. All right. Let's talk some birthdays. We've got a whole bunch of birthdays. The person with the most normal name I will ever come across, Andrew Wells, on the 3rd of June, turned 72. Or was it 27? I don't know. You be the judge. Andrew Wells having a birthday. Paul Taft Davies Ricks also getting a birthday this week on the 6th. 83 or 38. Again, we're not sure.
Can I just stop you now?
No, you may not.
What is this obsession you have with people in their 70s and their 80s? Why can you not say younger? I mean, why did
I just did. I said 83 or 38.
Close? You're so close to it now? Is that what it is?
It's possible. I want as many people to suffer with me, Robin, as can be. That's pretty much it. And then Matthew Bolzanello, or Matthew Bolapasta, has a birthday on the 9th, and he's turning... There you go, Robin. He's turning 31.
Thank you, Mr. Miyagi. You're the man.
We love you, Mr. Miyagi. All right. Happy birthday to everybody. And because it's your birthday, Mark is going to play something fantastic for you. Some kind of birthday jingle. I swear to God, it's going to happen any second now, like right now. I think Robin just left to go to take a shit.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
That's better. That's louder, isn't it?
Much better. All right. We got birthdays out of the way. We have gotten all of the pleasantries out of the way. Robin has a new beer. We're good to go. So let's do some story time.
Hooray, story time. Hooray, story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
All right, before we get started, Kim, we actually have a number of fine gentlemen in the chat. Let's give some recognition there.
Hold on. Don't presume they're gentlemen, okay?
This is true. They may identify as women and or doorknobs. So.
Well, I know most of them, and I'm pretty sure they'll identify as guys. So anyway, we have John Mouse.
I thought you were going to go with doorknobs.
Well, I don't know, maybe. Boomer's in the chat, and so is Martin. So
all right.
Thanks, fellas.
Don't forget we had John Mouse there. Joystick and Chills.
I said John at first.
Did you really?
Did you?
I didn't hear it.
Really? Did you know? Did you?
Did you know? Huh? All right.
You know, I can go. I don't have to be here. I just thought I'd be nice, you know.
It's going to be feisty. Come on, Kim. Come on. All right. Let's get into it. Story time. I will start with Kim.
Oh, well, all right. Well, it is the first of the month, so you know what that means. Calendar time.
I just need to get this out of the way quickly.
Right. So for the month of June, we have Jace and Mika. So, you know, there you are. I think. You know.
Keep it still.
Sorry.
Okay. Jace and Mika? Is that what I heard?
Mika. Yeah, Jace and Mika. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm assuming Jace is the cat and maybe Mika is the... I don't know.
And does he expect someone to read that script? I mean, just stay still a second longer. Let me read it a bit more.
I don't know. I'd like to give it a shot. I'm just saying.
It is a bit presumptuous that, you know, he would have that on there for somebody to read. But then again, is it for him to read? And then if that is the case, is it upside down and backwards so then he can read it when he looks down?
There's musical notes on his right tit. So it's probably the lyrics to a song. So it's probably something like a spoonful of sugar or dough a deer.
How great would that be as a tattoo? Yeah.
Okay. Something like that. Some Julia.
Probably don't you wish your boyfriend was hot like me?
Is it me? Also, does the cat kind of have this look on its face?
Looks like he's got it. Yeah. It looks like the cat looks like he's got something shoved up his ass.
Cat looks like he's in a state of shock.
Well, yeah, look at it. Yeah, he's pissed off. I don't know, but anyway, there you have it. Jason, Mika, June. Carry on. Other than that, I did get some good news over the week. My internet that is fast is here to stay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what's the official lowdown, Kim?
Well, I don't know for sure because I think they're still planning to announce it at their big meeting, which isn't until I think the 14th. But I noticed, I did some snooping, and they've got where you can download the internet application on the website. And so I clicked it, even though I don't really need it, and it's got the new packages listed on the application. So that's how I figured out that, you know, hey, it's going to be here to stay. So, yeah, I've got 200 and 200 now. It's the same as what I was paying before for 50 and 50.
Nice.
So I'm going to keep it. So I'm tickled. I feel like I'm like hanging out with the big kids now or something because
it's nice getting that good up.
Hey, right? It's 200 up is fantastic. And then that is... So it's a really underrated thing when it comes to internet connections. We all talk about download speeds, but the upload, it's actually probably the most important thing when it comes to like meetings, that kind of thing, or streaming.
I gotta admit, what we did the other week when we decided to play Pubg, and I downloaded it because it wasn't on my machine, and within sort of 5-6 minutes, the whole thing was there. I mean, I'm still blown away by the fast speeds that I have now. It's kind of fab. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. What will we be wanting in 5 years' time?
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah, what we'll need then.
I mean, I can even go up to a gigabyte, but I think it's way more expensive than what I want to pay. So,
200 is more than enough.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm good with that. Otherwise, we're having a war on mice.
A war on mice. This is what I'm here for the show. This is why I come to the show right here. A war on mice. Let's talk about it, Kim.
Well, here a few years ago when we first moved in here, my brother had brought down a bag of corn. I can't remember if it was supposed to be for horse feed or what it was, and we didn't think about at the time leaving it outside. So if there was anything in the bag, it could go elsewhere. Ooh. So we just brought it into our mudroom where we keep all our other horse feed and cat food and all that, and left it there. Well, unbeknownst to us, it had at least 2 mice in it. And well, now for the last 4 years or so, we've been battling mice in our mudroom. Not so much in the main part of the house, just in our mudroom, because it's attached to the house, but there's doors and they're shut out in that. I mean, they get up in the walls, that sort of thing. So I'm tired of it, and I decided to rage war on these little furry fuckers because I'm tired of cleaning up mouse shit every time I turn around. So So I been using traps, and that was good for a while, but now I think they've caught on because they've been getting in the horse feed and the cat food and the dog food and all that. And so I found some pet-friendly mouse poison that's supposed to be here this week. And because I didn't want to put poison out because I have pets and cats, and well, you know what happens when the cat eats the poison.
Sacrifices have to be made, Kim.
Not gonna happen for the high-priced fucking cats I have. Not happening. So yeah, I found some that's pet friendly. It's made out of corn gluten apparently, and as long as they don't eat like the cats, that is, don't eat like a gigantic, enormous amount of it, they'll be fine in case they accidentally eat one of the mice that was poisoned by it.
That was my question. It's like if the mouse eats the poison and then the cat eats the mouse.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, what you need, Kim, if you haven't watched it yet, the documentary in Love, Sex, and Robots called Mason's Rats. There's one of the episodes is called Mason's Rats, and it gives you lots of hints and tips. Mason was a small farm holder,
right.
And he had a problem with rats, and he took them on like you. So I think you should watch that.
I will have to watch that.
It's my next episode, Robin, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
so,
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's my next step in the war on mice. I ordered this pet-friendly mouse poison, and they're sending me little bait trays. Plus, I've got bags that I can take up in my attic and throw around that they're supposed to chew through and get to the poison, that sort of thing. Hopefully, so hopefully before long we'll be mouse-free. I hope.
I saw, and so you get the random weird advertisements on Twitter, that kind of thing. One of the ones that I've been getting a lot of is this bucket. But it's like a bucket lid, and so there's like a ramp that you put onto it. At the top of the bucket lid is a trap door. Yeah, and so there's a little like a housing where you can stick like peanut butter and stuff up on the top of it, so the mice will be forced to go in.
Right.
God, I would love those adverts. I get Swedish.
It just drops them in. And so you just get a bucket full of mice because they keep coming and they disappear. So the next mouse up doesn't see that there's a dead mouse there.
Right.
Or a live one underneath.
Right.
And so.
Because the final straw the other day was I went to get the bucket that I usually use to clean out the litter boxes, and there was a fucking mouse in it. And I'm slightly terrified of these damn things, just slightly. So I opened. This
is the patented litter boxes we're talking about here.
Yeah. And I picked up the front door, grabbed the litter bucket as smoothly as I could, so that little sucker wouldn't get out and like come after me. I pitched that damn thing outdoors, and it went for a fling. And I assume it went out in my yard somewhere because I kicked it a couple of times across the yard.
See, this is the problem.
Pitched that damn thing out the door.
You pitched it out the door, but you didn't pitch it out of the neighborhood, so it's just gonna come back.
Well, I'm not She-Hulk, so I'm not. I can't do that yet. But yeah. Yeah, he went for a ride. So
you load him up in the car, and you go to your neighbor's house, and you put him in the yard there.
Right, go here, have some pets, But anyway, that's I'll let you know how the mouse poison and all that goes, because I told Dad to. We're probably gonna have to get something to put like horse feed in because they're chewing through the sacks and all that stuff. So
I think you should break out the shotgun.
It's fun. It was fun. On to more critters that I own. Well, I don't really own the mice, but they feel like I apparently own them or something. We have a horse who can magically open gates. Now, mind you, this gate was wired shut in 2 different spots. And there last week, I was sitting there, I was watching the boys, and I heard this clang, like metal against metal, and I thought, all right, what's that? And I'm looking around outside, and I can't see it. I thought, okay, maybe the horse just kicked the fence, whatever, no big deal. So I go out, I do chores, and I happen to look down past the yard where this horse is. And there's a big old pipe gate that, of course, leads into his lot. The damn thing was standing wide fucking open. And this horse was between where the gate's supposed to go and being out in my yard, and all I could think is, oh fuck, because this horse has not really been messed with. So I mean, he could have got out and ran the county. So all I could think is, oh shit, what am I gonna do? Because it's just me and Anthony and Owen, so they're not gonna be any help. So I grabbed the horse feed that I already had, and I walked down there, and I'm trying not to freak out, because if I freak out, the horse is gonna freak out. We're gonna have fucking problems. And I'm like, going like this, trying to herd it back on its side of the gate so I can reach in and swing the gate closed. Thankfully, it didn't flip out and charge me or anything to get out in the yard or anything like that. I was able to get the gate closed, and now it's wired in 4 separate spots. And I still don't know how he managed to get the damn gate unwired to get it open. But he did. I'm just glad it was during the day and not in the middle of the night when we were sleeping. So...
Many moons ago, I was at a wedding, long time ago, in County Cork, and the mother and father of the bride lived on a farm, and tiny me drove up the lane and drove up into their yard as smiley and happy as Larry, and they're coming sort of running down the yard, and there's this big massive cow, which happened to not be a massive cow. That's big. But it was this fuck off, dinosaur-sized bull.
Yep.
That had escaped, and they were terrified that it was going to destroy everything. And I just drive casually into the yard, straight to this bull, going, "Hi, yes!" And I'm going, "Get out of the way!"
Right?
I had no idea that they had the trouble that I was in. Oh, yeah, but using critters, townies. No, we don't go. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Kim, a new conspiracy theory for you. The mice are helping the horse get out.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it in the least bit. So, yeah. So that was interesting. And last but not least, I broke our washing machine, but I managed to fix it in the most redneck way possible. So.
What with?
All right. I had thrown some shoes in the washing machine. Usually I'm pretty good about putting them in a pillowcase or something, so that way they don't bang around in the washing machine. Well, I didn't do that this time, and there's some fins. We have an agitator in our washing machine, and there's fins down at the bottom, and I broke 2 of those damn things off. And I thought, oh, fuck. So I tried super glue. Obviously, that didn't work. Well, I was going to buy a new agitator, but apparently my washing machine is so old or whatever, they don't even have the agitator for it anymore. So finally, I got some Gorilla waterproof tape. And basically, it looks like, we've all seen the commercials for Flex Seal. Yeah, that's kind of what this is. It's like a rubbery kind of tape thing, and it's got a sticky stuff on the back of it. And I used that, and I did a load of laundry this morning, and my little fins that I had to duct tape back on there, are still there. So, if you break the fins off your agitator...
Fix it with sticky stuff.
Fix it with some Gorilla waterproof tape, because...
We know what to do now, Mark.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, we have machines that go round and round that way.
Yeah, we don't have tubs which...
You have this.
Yeah.
Now they're really fast, big and powerful, but he's only starting to get the modern way of washing stuff round and round, front loading, not this.
The most of the U.S. has front loaders now.
Right, which is caught up.
Yeah, no, we caught up a while ago, my friend. But the top loaders are still there. It all depends upon the size of your place and the need, because the front loaders really became popular with apartments and condos, because you didn't have enough room to have a full-blown washer dryer set in your place. So you needed to have the
Yeah, well, we do those big monstrous machines when we go away over to there. It's kind of cool. They're very powerful. But anyway, sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm surprised though, Kim. Here's the weird thing: the super glue didn't work.
No, the super glue
that
didn't
surprises me.
It don't to me, because most glues are solvent to water, aren't they? Water will dissolve super glue.
That's what I'm thinking. It said it was water resistant and not waterproof.
You have to get special glues what will work with
water.
But
I don't know if you can see that, but that's the tape I used. So
there you go.
And it works.
Okay.
I mean, I figure if it was good for pool liners and they showed them using it on boats and shit, I'm like, well, it ought to stick 2 fins back on a plastic agitator. Yeah. So far,
good for body hair removal as well.
We used to have wallpaper paste in the UK, and the advert for it,
the
guy got wallpaper to a board and lifted up a helicopter.
The wallpaper
paste. Our stuff is strong. We would have fixed it first time with wallpaper paste.
Yeah, the paste is overalls to a wooden board, and then he got in the overalls, and then took him up in a helicopter. And the British regulations for adverts is you can't lie, so it was real. Well,
Wow.
I don't. It was like late 80s, early 90s.
70s, yeah.
Yeah, so it might not be
this
real.
is like
but...
our super glue commercials.
Yeah.
The super glue, crazy glue. He had a helmet, construction helmet, and he glued himself to a girder, and then they lifted him up by a crane. So same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on a
Anyway,
bit of a tangent, when Kim mentioned redneck, have you seen that guy on TikTok, Redneck Word of a Day? I need to follow him. It's so funny. It keeps popping up. So it's like evident, and it's rather evident in my car and stuff like that. So it's really funny. It'll say a word and then he'll put it in a sentence, and it's completely fucking random and different. So yeah, Redneck Word of a Day. I'll have to find that and share it with you.
I think we need to point out probably the best suggestion in the chat, by the way, was duct tape the mice.
Yeah.
Well, glue traps were my next option. My thing is though, if it's still on there and it's still alive, I'm not touching it. So Dad would have to be the one to mess with them.
Lawnmower it. He's lawnmower. Line them up with duct tape and drive over them with a lawnmower.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Glue traps and shotgun, Kim. Glue trap and shotgun.
There you go. As long as I can get them outside, so I'm not putting holes in the house. I think Dad might frown upon that a little bit.
Get some rats in.
Oh God, no. We have those.
Nice.
That we live on a farm, and we've had rats, and I'll pass. Mm.
So yeah, I found that guy. I'm gonna share him with you. But...
Oh God.
It sounds like Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay.
Yeah, it don't come.
It very much sounds like Larry the Cable Guy.
Or a ripoff,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Next. Yes. Next up, let's go to Robin giving special praise to the Queen.
Absolutely. The Queen's been in reigns for 70 years now. God bless her. Watched the thing this morning, and it's so cute and lovely. I don't know if you can get it, Mark. It's Paddington Bear and the Queen, and they sit down to have tea. You know who Paddington Bear is, don't you? Very English little bear who likes marmalade sandwiches. So this is the Queen set up for this little skit, and it's only a 1 minute clip, and they have tea together, and Paddington takes off his hat and takes out a marmalade sandwich and says, I keep this for emergencies. And the Queen lifts up her handbag, God bless her at 90, whatever she is now, and lifts out a marmalade sandwich from her handbag. I keep mine here.
I saw a meme of that, and the meme was the Queen's that old, she just forgot what a toaster looks like. It's got the slice of bread going in her handbag.
It's just lovely. That this age, and she has a sense of humour, and she's up to doing that sort of stuff. That was great. So we've had a 2-day bank holiday in the UK. That's Thursday and Friday. Usually the bank holiday would be tomorrow. But it's for the Jubilee celebrations all week. The weather in Northern Ireland has been good. We had a lovely big party here yesterday. A lot of adults and kids. Judith had made cakes and buns, and there were little Union Jacks everywhere. And we brought a big cake out at the end, and we played God Save the Queen and cut the cake, and it was lovely. It's been really nice. So, you know what? Some people are haters for them, but that woman has been a stalwart and been really good for the UK. So. You can't really, maybe some of her family aren't great, but she's been fantastic, and it's been lovely couple of days for them. And during my couple of days, I am roasted. Today again, it was supposed to be dull today, but it wasn't. Yesterday, of the last few days, I've been doing lots of yard work, as you've been calling it. I've been weeding and painting, and just the property kind of had got a bit tatty over the winter time.
Winter took its toll, and it's time to get into summer mode.
And it's summer mode now, so the lane was a bit mossy, and there's weeds up the side, and the fire pit area needed a coat of paint, and the patio needed power hosing, and that's all been done. And I shared a photograph. I was really chuffed how nice it all looked, and spent most of my day there yesterday with 30 odd kids. So yeah, it's been a lovely few days off. And tomorrow there's a bank holiday in the south of Ireland, and my head office is in the south of Ireland, so I'm going to support them in every way that I can with that. I'm wearing a hat, as you can see, and I don't usually wear hats, but I'm scorchioed, and through the day I decided to put a hat on. But the problem with me wearing a hat is hat hair. So
we call it hat head.
I will demonstrate right now. I'm red, and I'm wacky professor. Anyway, Dear.
That's brilliant, Robin. That's brilliant. So just speaking of hat head real quickly. So one of my friends, he sports a haircut very similar to Mark's. And so yesterday we were at a celebration of life event, and he had on a kind of a wide brim hat. And I was like, I don't think I've seen you, why are you wearing a hat? Because it wasn't, at that point, it was starting to rain. It wasn't really sunny out anymore. And he wasn't taking his hat off. I was like, he's like, well, I get hat head, which made me laugh, first of all, because I'm like, you don't have any hair. I'm like, I don't understand. How can you get hat head? He's like, no, you don't understand. And he takes his hat off, and he has like a little ledge in his skull from the hat. There you go.
So, so that's been good. Caught up with some good TV over the last week or two. Love, Sex and Robots is into season 3. I had mentioned it before. I have watched them all now, and I thought season 2 was a bit weak. Season 3 is strong, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really, really good, and there's some of them just hit the mark perfectly, and some of them were a bit like the little mini robots coming back to the planet to examine humanity again.
I think that is but par for the course with Love and Robots, right? I think some of them hit much better than others. Yeah. It's a collection. So I'm just now getting up to the Rats episode, by the way.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good. It's a good one. There's some of them that are really weird. There's one about like an Indian god. It's Jabaro, and she's in a lake, and it's so fun. What the friggin' blah is this all about? It's you'll go, what? But they're just lovely little short stories, very, very well done. And
they are. What is nice for, at least, I don't know, for some reason this season, I haven't felt a need to just binge watch the entire thing all in one sitting. So I just kind of come back in, watch a couple episodes, and then watch something else, and then come back, watch a couple episodes. But the quality's been there, so I've been liking it.
Also have been enjoying Obi-Wan, the Star Wars piece.
Yeah, so let's talk about this real quickly.
Yeah.
No spoilers. No spoilers at all. I'm now caught up through the 3 episodes. It is interesting that Disney is choosing to release this out episodically compared to, say, a Netflix you binge all of it. I think I do like the episodic kind of, because you get that moment of being able to talk about it during the week. But here's my question for you, Robin. Did your opinion of Obi-Wan shift after the first 2 episodes and the 3rd episode? And I know my son is going crazy in the background, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not.
Well, I mean, he's lost his mojo. So, that we can say that definitive about Obi-Wan. He's been living in the wilderness, and he's lost his mojo, and everybody's gone, and all his contacts are gone, and he's almost wiped his hands clean of everything to do with the Force and anything like that. He's in and hiding completely. So I thought it's an interesting story arc to bring in. We know the person that he's protecting, which is, I think that's really, really good. Did my opinion change of him?
Well, not so much of him. Sorry, let me rephrase this. When I said, "Did your opinion of Obi-Wan the show?" Because there is a bunch of quote unquote outrage over the first 2 episodes in a certain Inquisitor character. I thought that was kind of ridiculous, but I do have an opinion about some of their choices in terms of casting and how they portray certain characters.
Well, I don't think. I mean, that the one that she took, that person took a lot of racist stuff. Allegedly, took a lot of stuff like that there, but we haven't seen much of it. Just the normal stuff that would go to anybody like that. But I actually don't think her character is that strong. I think the Nintendo character with the mushroom hat, I think he's a bit crap too. I don't think he's a very good. The baddies aren't very good characters. For me, the star of the show at the moment, the 2 stars of the show are the little hand robot. I want one of those, and the person that Obi-Wan is protecting. I think that person is absolutely fantastic in the role, and it's lovely.
She's did a fantastic job, and I think she really shines in episode 3 more than she even did in the first 2 episodes. The character that caught all the racist stuff, that was really uncalled for, obviously. I will say this though, I found it odd that they didn't make her more exotic, like the other characters that she was with.
Yeah, she's very ordinary.
Yeah, she's very ordinary compared to them. So I was just kind of like, huh, okay. But the first 2 episodes, I was very middle of the road on Obi-Wan. I wasn't super excited for it because I felt like they were falling down some of the same Star Wars tropes we're getting of late, which is main character has to babysit some child, and there's some cute things happen.
So much away.
I know, and sorry, but the 3rd episode really shifted in a very positive way, and I will just leave it at that.
Yeah, it's dramatic. It's drama. It's slower. It's not like any of the ones that have been out yet. It's all slower. So I'm enjoying it. I'm interested to see where it goes to. The final thing that I watched, which was released on Thursday night, was a documentary. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but just would recommend everybody watch it because it asks a very, very interesting question. And it's a documentary which is on Daily Wire by a guy called Matt Walsh, and it's called What is a Woman? And he travels the world asking people that very question, what is a woman? And it's very, very interesting, the responses that they get. And it's funny, and it's terrifying all at the same time. Because when professional people or people that should know can't answer that question, it's terrifying. They want to be heard, but they don't want to be questioned. So if you've any interest in that sort of thing, for me, don't be critical of it before you watch it. Go and watch it. It's an entertaining show.
Do you subscribe then to Daily Wire to watch that? Because I think is that the only way you can watch it?
I have, yes. I'm a Daily Wire subscriber. So.
All right.
And there's no other way of watching it, then, no?
I don't think so. It'll probably appear in one of the unofficial ways for the UK to do that. But I consume an awful lot of Daily Wire content, and I didn't begrudge them spending a bit of money on it.
So I remember seeing Matt Walsh on a panel show thing, and he asked that question, and no one would fucking answer him. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's a woman. What is a woman? A woman's a woman.
Oh, sorry, I don't have a degree in biology. I can't answer that. What?
Anyway, okay, but so I'm not gonna get political into it. So, but yeah, I would recommend you watch it, even if you're cursing at me right now. Watch it. It's good. And finally, what do we watch on TikTok now? My dog stepped on a bee has finished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't understand this.
Yeah, that was
great. You didn't watch it. Yeah, so Johnny Depp and Amber Heard court case is now over, and a good majority of the population was really, really hooked into it. 2 hateful people, but very, very entertaining court case. So that is all done now. So my dog, the memes for my dog stepped on a bee are absolutely fantastic.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's good. Yeah. So I'm going to do my best to keep my head low tomorrow and get back to work on Tuesday, and that's it. That's me. Busy but I've enjoyed the few days with the fam and around the house. Good.
Okay. All right. Mark.
Yes.
What's been going on your side of the world?
So finished a couple of TV series. So I finished Top Boy season 2. So last time I was on, I mentioned that there's 2 original series, and then Netflix took over, and there's another 2 series. So I didn't realise that the 2 Netflix ones I'm watching are technically 3 and 4, but the class as 1 and 2. It's confusing. So the original ones was set in 2011. The one I've just seen are modern day ones. So I'm gonna go back and watch the other 2 because they're actually called Top Boy Summer House. But I finished the Top Boy, the reboot. Really, really good. Very gritty, very brutal, down to earth. London drug gangs. And it finished. The last episode was fucking heartbreaking, man. One of the characters you get to sort of like know and love, and it's just fucking heartbreaking. Anyway, I won't say no more. But yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
By the way, Mark, real quickly, not lost on me the fact that you said the original 2 were set in 2011 and now they're set in modern times.
Well, I'm on about 2021, 22 sort of, yeah.
No,
it's 10 years.
I know what you mean.
It's
I know
11
what you
years
mean,
ago.
I know. It's just funny to hear.
Yeah.
These are modern times compared to just 2011. Anyway, continue on.
Yeah, it's just where my brain works, and it's like if someone's. Like I think of the 80s as like a few years ago. It's fucking 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's scary, isn't it? So I finished Top Boy, and also, and I won't spoil any of this neither.
Oh, Top Gun. Let's talk about Top Gun 2. Okay.
Stranger Things Season 4, the first half, because obviously the second half doesn't come out until July 1st. This is fantastic. If you like Stranger Things, you will not be disappointed. It's a continuation, obviously, of the story of the kids from Hawkins and Elle, and it's just amazing. And there's a lot of references back to the original series, and there's a lot of flashbacks and origin stories, so it's really good. And this one it's got a bit more horror element, and there's a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street vibes and It vibes, so yeah, very horror-ish. It's just absolutely amazing. So yeah, really like it, and I can't wait till 1st of July to watch the other 7 episodes. And some of these episodes as well, they're as long as movies. Like episodes 6 and 7, I think they're 1 hour 38 minutes long.
I've heard they're all exceptionally long. Everything's over an hour
but
long.
They don't feel long.
I think of one episode. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes when you're watching a movie and it doesn't feel long. Jesus. Sometimes you watch a movie and you think, fuck me, this is dragging on. You don't feel that at all with this.
Okay.
I'm just going to say hello to Snoogans. Hang on a minute. Yo. Right, sorry.
You could have said hello to him live.
I know.
Just
Just
saying.
I know.
Hi,
told you it's
Snoogans.
the way my brain works. I'm fucking stupid. Right, okay. So, another series, what started this Friday. There's only 3 episodes out originally. So I've got to wait week after week now for every Friday for an episode, which I hate. I'm opposite to you, Greg. I want them all in one. I want to binge them. The Boys, Season 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck nuts. This is insane. It does not let up from the other series. The first fucking opening bit before the titles, you think, what the fuck just happened? It is just absolutely bonkers, batshit, gory, crazy. It's fucking brilliant. Homelander does not disappoint, as always. He's just fucking mental. It is so, so good.
Yeah, as I said, I started watching it tonight, and I had Jasmine, who's 4. She was watching her Kitty's YouTube stuff, and it got past the first wee bit, and then her eyes started to go up from the iPad to the screen, and I thought, no, I better switch this off. So. Yeah. It does that the refresher of the previous series.
Yeah.
Recaps.
I've never ever seen a program that popped as many heads.
But the whole recap is just bodies exploding.
Just bodies exploding, being cut in half, and you're like, God, these were the previous series. So yeah, it's gonna be good, massive. That really is really good.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
All right.
Is it all being released at once, or are we?
No. They've released the first 3 episodes on Friday, and then for the rest of them, it's one every week.
I gotta say, I'm a fan of weekly releases for new stuff.
Oh, I'm not.
I really am.
It helps you avoid spoilers a little bit because you can't have somebody spoil the whole season in one day. But the other thing, and I think this is something that everybody has learned from watching Netflix, is that Netflix's model of releasing the entire season all at once is potentially a bad model.
Yeah.
Because subscribers fall off quickly if they don't get enough content and they binge it all real fast. That's why Netflix is bleeding subscribers right now. And Paramount Plus, Amazon, they've all gotten wise to that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that model of TV of we do an episode a week. Hey, it kind of works." And we can probably throw advertising in there on a free version. Hey, that works. So guess what? We're back in the same pickle we were in before. Congratulations, everybody. Mark, how's your dog?
Right. So I wasn't on last week because I had a lot going off, and one of the reasons was my doggy, who's 8.5 years old now, Jasper. He got up one morning for work, Monday morning, and as soon as I come downstairs, he always fusses over me. So I always rub him under his chin because he loves that. And I felt a fucking lump on right hand side of his jaw. It was about the size of a plum. And I thought, oh, fuck. Anyway, I had to go to work anyway. So I text Jenny and says, just keep an eye on Jasper. He's got a lump under his chin. And she texted me back going, oh, shit, yeah, he has, hasn't he? Anyway, so the next day on the Tuesday morning, it was bigger. So I rang the vet straight away. I couldn't get him in until the Friday. And luckily, I had that Friday off because Jenny had hospital in the afternoon. This is last week. So anyway, on the Wednesday, it was fucking massive, man. And the Thursday, it was like starting to sort of like affect his whole face. Wednesday and Thursday, he was completely off his food. He wasn't eating. He was still drinking though, but he couldn't eat. He couldn't open his mouth properly. His eye was closing up. It was just fucking huge. And he was very sore with it because you couldn't touch him. He was really, really fucking tetchy with it. But on the Thursday night, I woke up Friday morning. Oh, Jesus Christ. Friday morning we got up. It was like something out of a fucking horror scene. It scratched it because it was irritating him that much. And he'd put 2 claw marks in. The skin was that tight, it punctured it. And there was blood and pus all fucking down him. And he's a furry thing. A very furry dog. He's like a poodle and Bichon cross. So he's very fluffy. And it just fucking covered his fur in blood and pus. And he stunk and it was awful. But luckily he was going to the vets that day, so I cleaned him up the best I can, took him to the vets, and she says, yeah, it's an abscess. It's probably a good thing he's punctured it because it's relieved the pressure, and he had some antibiotics and some painkillers. The painkillers weren't too bad because it were through a syringe. He just squirted in his mouth. The antibiotics were a big fucking tablet, and he wasn't eating. Like, normally, he's a cheese monster. So any of his tablets, like his worming tablets, I just put in cheese and it's gone instantly. I had some right trouble taking his tablets. But so he went back this Friday, just gone for a checkup after 7 days of his antibiotics, and it has healed up a lot. The night before he went to the vets, again, he scratched it and knocked a scab off and it was bleeding again. But it has healed up a lot. There was still a little bit of swelling, so he's got another 5 days antibiotics. But his appetite's back to normal. His attitude and his mannerisms are all back to normal now. So
the lesson here that I'm taking from this is if you discover plum size, just pop it.
Yeah, pop it, yeah. Because I thought that's what they were going to do at the vets. I thought they'd just like put a needle in and suck it out and drain it. But it didn't let himself the night before because it must have been really irritating for him. Yeah. And it was just such a horror scene when we saw it Friday morning. Fucking hell. Oof. And it absolutely stunk.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say that. It could not have smelled good.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a lot better now. Minus fucking like 130 quid, like, but he's a lot better. He ain't cheap going to the vets. Nope. Like fucking 60 odd quid a time.
Mark, you had exploding ninjas. What's this about?
Yeah. So, fucking all right. So, I've had a Tefal Actifry air fryer for a long time now, a lot of years, and it's a round one that rotates. It's got a paddle in it, and it's good for chips. But it's with the paddle rotating, it's not brilliant for them. And I've been eyeing up a Ninja Foodie air fryer for a long time now. They've got a good reputation. I know a few people have got them. And I thought, fuck it, I'm going to get one. I got the 4-in-1 not active fry, but it's got a grill, air fryer, a roaster, and it can bake as well. So it does all 4. So it came Friday, and I set it up, and I grilled some chicken breasts in it Friday night for his tea with some chips and that, and it was beautiful, really, really well done. The chicken was perfect. And then I had some chicken wings, and I thought I'm going to do the chicken wings in the air fryer. This was on Saturday, and do it with some salad, because I'm trying to lose a bit of weight again. So I'm trying to eat a bit more healthy. So I put the chicken wings in, set them for 18 minutes. The timer's got to 16 minutes, and I'm just sort of like preparing my salad so that I'm on the work counter. The ninjas at the side of me. All of a sudden, there's a massive fucking bang. All right, and all the fucking kitchen electrics went off. Tripped out the whole fucking kitchen electrics. So Jenny comes running in. What that? Thought I'd fucking been messing about again as usual, blowing something up. But I hadn't. So I reset the trip, tried the Ninja again, completely dead. And it wasn't just your normal the Ninja drawing too much power and tripping it. It was a fucking proper electrical bang. So something's gone inside it after 2 uses. So I rung Ninja up on their helpline. They were very helpful. They said, just return it to Amazon. Fucking well, yeah, I could have done that, but I thought I'd ring you first, seeing you've got your own dedicated helpline. But yeah, they were useless. So I contacted Amazon, and they were really good actually. Sent a replacement that arrived today, so got a replacement next day, and I've got 4 weeks to return the old one, otherwise they'll charge me again.
And did you eat the wings?
Yeah, fucking too right I did. Yeah, there were only 2 minutes left on them. Luckily, they were cooked. Yeah, and they were fucking nice, peri wings. Yeah. luckily, we were 14 minutes in and we were all right.
You know, it was probably the ninja was pissed off that you were actually having salad with the food that you were cooking with it.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently a lot of people. I mentioned it to a few of my friends who've got them, and I said, "Oh well, we've never had a problem with ours. You must be unlucky getting a dodgy one." And I always allow them one fault, and I says if this one goes faulty as well, I'll never buy a Ninja product again. But you can allow one faulty item, but fucking two on the talk about that.
Usually happens.
Yeah. And I didn't know Ninja's part of a Shark group, and we've got a Shark vacuum cleaner, and that's brilliant. So I didn't know they were the same company.
Yeah, no, they make quite a few things.
Yeah.
In fact, one of my new pots, a 3-quart pot, is a Ninja pot, and I love it.
Yeah. Some of them, you can get like 15 in one pot. 15 fucking things in one. It's crazy. Slow cooker, pressure cooker, active fryer thing. Oh, it's crazy, man. Choice of 4's bad enough. But yeah, that's me.
Well, we kind of covered everything for the most part on my end. The lone exception being 1883. So we have been watching that television series. So if you're not familiar with the show 1883, it is the prequel to the show Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. And it is excellent. Is it really, really
Harrison
good.
Ford, is it?
No. No,
Tim McGraw, Faith Hill.
Thank you. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, who ironically are married in real life, play a married couple in the show. But it's a Western, kind of predating the Kevin Costner Yellowstone story.
Was there not something about Harrison Ford or somebody like that?
Yeah, they're going to be in another prequel to this.
Oh, another prequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So my only question is, and I don't know, and maybe Kim, you know the answer to this: is 1883 a lone series, or is it going to be ongoing? I'm not finished it yet.
Knows yet because nothing has been stated yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
But
I can understand why you were attracted to it. It's your birth year, so.
It is indeed. It is good though. It is. I mean, if you're craving a good Western, highly recommend.
Yeah, started again.
Yeah. It is. It also does there are characters in it that you will grow to really be fond of, and there's no telling if those characters will make it or not. And then I like that kind of storytelling where it keeps you in suspense a little bit. You don't, you never know. You never know if you're next man up. You never know if you're going to be red-shirted. Anyway, all right. Let's get into video games because that's the other thing we like to talk about.
Today I feel like playing computer games. Today I feel like playing computer games.
All right, so it is the start of June, and we didn't really talk about this last week because it wasn't quite June yet, but now it is June. So, Kim, what do we have coming to us free that we have already paid for?
Alrighty. Yeah, your games with gold for June are Avon Colony, available now through the end of the month. Project High Rise Architects Edition, which is available the 16th to July 15th. Super Meat Boy, which is available now through the 15th. Yes. And Rascals, which is available the 16th through it says 3, but I'm pretty sure I cut it off. I'm pretty sure that's just the 16th to the end of the month.
Have we not had enough meat?
Never can have enough meat, Robin. Come on.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, PlayStation Plus for June, we have God of War. Of course, that's the newest one for PS4.
Boy.
Yeah, right. Naruto, whatever the hell that is. Shinobi Striker for the PS4 as well, and Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl for the PS5 and PS4. So, when we scroll further down, we have Amazon Prime games for June, Far Cry 4. And one of these is always on this list, I swear to God. Escape from Monkey Island, Calico, which is apparently a game about starting a cat cafe. Alright, whatever. Across the Grooves.
I wanted to do this with Across the Grooves. I wanted to go.
Alrighty. Across the Grooves, WRC8 FIA World Rally Championship, which is probably the longest title known to man, and Astrologaster.
I've played that on Game Pass Ultimate on PC. It's a Windows game.
Gotcha.
It's like a story, like cartoony thing. It's quite good. I played it for the achievements.
Gotcha.
You know when you had to get so many achievements for the game rewards. It was a few months ago. Yeah, it's not a bad little thing. It's quite funny.
Alrighty. Stadia Pro, which yes is still a thing, believe it or not. We have Ben 10 Power Trip, Death Run TV, Deliver Us the Moon, Golf with Your Friends. What if you don't have any? I don't know. I guess you're screwed. I guess I don't know. Lake, Through the Darkest Times, and Toyu, whatever the hell that freaking thing is. I thought that was like an abbreviation for something, but I never could figure out what. And then for your Epic Game Store so far this month, we have Wolfenstein: The New Order, which is free until June 9th at 10 o'clock Central Time. It's very precise, apparently. So there you have it. That's your free games this month. Go forth, grab new games. So.
I like the new title Tofu better than Tohu.
Right.
And golf with your friends. What if you don't have any? You just golf. That's the beauty of golf. You just golf.
Just play with your own balls.
Yeah.
There you
In
go.
fact, that should be the title of the next golf game. Just golf. Just golf. All right.
Yeah, golf social distancing edition.
Oh God. Don't say it. Yeah, we're having all kinds of crazy re-spiking fears happening.
Joking?
Oh,
No.
No.
According to Britain, it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, you go in Britain now.
I stand with Britain.
COVID? What COVID? Never existed.
No, actually, so that is actually something I probably could have led to my funny stories. My brother-in-law and sister, who had COVID when it first came out, then have gotten their shots and booster, came down with COVID after making fun of my parents who had got the flu, and they were saying, "Oh, do you have COVID?" And sure enough, they had COVID. And further karma hit my sister because she was making fun of my brother-in-law who got it first. And he was really not, like, for 2 days was just like he was agonizing with it. And she was making fun of him, calling him a drama queen. And sure enough, 2 days later, she was saying to him, "I'm very sorry I ever said anything." So karma. There you go.
It's a bitch.
It is. It is. Where do we go first? Kim, let's start with you again.
Oh,
I like your list of games here.
I feel special.
Excuse me, I have to go to the Xbox fridge.
Oh, that's right. I did tell him he should have a third beer, so that's
Yes.
my fault. Yeah. All right. We'll wait till Robin gets back.
Crack on.
Well,
We don't need to worry about
all
him.
right. There's the usual steps on here. I played some more Forza Horizon 5. I've played some Puzzle Quest 3. I've got a little further on Tunic. I thought I was close to the end, but no, they threw a twist in there, and no, I've got a little further yet to go. I'm really getting along with it really well. So, like I said, I've gotten some slack because I put it on no fail mode, but I don't care. It makes it more enjoyable for me, so there you go. Like I said, if you like Zelda and all that, and you haven't played Tunic yet, it's on Game Pass. Go for it. I'm enjoying it a whole hell of a lot, and I haven't played a whole lot of Zelda games, so there you go.
You've no excuse. You've got a switchy thing.
True, I know, but let's see some new ones this week. And I played some more Slime Rancher, but I think it's kind of a relaxing game, but also there's like super easy achievements, and of course on the Microsoft rewards, you always have that one where you have to either get like 3 achievements in order to collect the points, or 1 achievement or whatever, and that is my go-to game to get achievements because they're super easy. So Slime Rancher. Some new ones, we have Bowser's Fury, which is on the Super Mario 3D World game. Me and Tony played that on Memorial Day, and it's actually really good. I don't know, we probably played it for like a good 3 hours before we were like, oh wait, we have chores to do, so So if you haven't played that one, Bowser has apparently got into something, and now he's like 1,000 times his normal size, and he's very angry, and he does what Bowser does, which is go after Mario. So, if you haven't played it, I suggest it. Let's see, what else? Oh, another new one that came out this week was Diablo Immortal.
We need to talk about this, Kim.
Yes.
So I've heard good things on the mobile side, not so good on the PC side.
Right.
So where were you playing this first of all?
I played it on my phone. I haven't played it on my PC, but I've thought about it because it does have controller options. So I thought, well, that might be kind of nice because I've played Diablo 3 and really, really, really enjoyed it. And this is, for me, this is much like Diablo 3. I mean, it hasn't really changed much for me. It's not really, I don't know if it's a continuation of Diablo 3. I don't know if I'd say that, but it is much like Diablo 3. So if you like Diablo 3, I'm sure you'll like this. Some people are already complaining that, it's pay to win, yada, yada, yada. I haven't put anything in it yet. And I mean, I'm already up to level 20 or 21. And I've only played it like a handful of times already. So, and I've unlocked good gear.
On Android, it's had over 1 million plus, 1,000,001 now downloads. So,
right. I like that update there. 1,000,001. My understanding that the paywall for the pay to win stuff doesn't really come into play until much later in the game. Right. And it kind of takes the same free to play model most games do, which is it's free to play and you'll have an enjoyable experience up until a point. And then suddenly it's going to feel like you need to actually invest something into the game to actually be able to finish through it.
And usually by the time that point happens, I usually get bored with it anyway. Yeah. So, I'm not too worried. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. And you can play with a party of friends. I haven't really yet because I don't know too many other people that's got it. And I mean, you can play with other people. I'm a loner, so usually unless I'm playing with someone I know, I go right through what other people are doing and go wherever I'm supposed to go on my quest. I might stop every once in a while and help some random guy out with whatever he's fighting, whether he wants me to or not. And of course, typical, a game like that. I've already had to block a couple of people because they wouldn't leave me alone. So
Kim, the lesson here: don't play with strangers.
Right.
And also, you can play with Robin. Apparently,
you can change your name to Big Al.
That's the funny thing. My name in it is Gigi because I couldn't use what I normally use. I couldn't use my gamer tag. I couldn't use that. So I just went with Gigi because gamer role GG. So, and, apparently because I was playing as a girl character, apparently they thought, well, I must be a girl, which I guess
that's
they were
usually
wrong.
what happens.
Happens to me in PUBG. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. I hit on Robin every time and then I realized it's still him. Damn it.
Yeah, right. Son of a bitch. But no, I mean, otherwise, I'm really enjoying it. So, I mean, it's kind of pulled me away from Puzzle Quest 3 a little bit. But, because it's Diablo.
The world is coming to an end.
I know, right? But it is Diablo, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, I love Diablo 3. So, and I'm excited to see what they're going to do for the next Diablo for consoles. I'm kind of wishing, this would come to consoles.
The controls are touch screen.
Yes.
Does it work okay? Is it
I haven't had any issues, and they also have like an auto navigation thing if you unlock it while you're playing, and it will automatically take you to where you need to go, so you don't actually have to sit there and mess with the on-screen thumbstick all the time. But you can have, like I said, it does have controller options. I just haven't hooked a controller up to my phone because tiny screen. So that's up to you.
I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah, give it a shot. Like I said, it's free.
Because I spent more than 1 hour in Diablo 3.
Right. So
months.
Right. So yeah, I recommend it. I haven't had any issues with it. So if you decide you're gonna play, let me know so I can friend request you, and who knows, maybe we can party up sometime. And
I don't know about that.
All right.
Does it use BattleNet then for friendless?
Yes, it does use BattleNet.
It's already on BattleNet.
Because I signed into that and it had my account on there already. So yeah.
All right, Kim. The one thing I noticed that was not on your list, and it is a disappointing exclusion from your list, is PUBG. And I'm going to have Mark talk about PUBG, but Kim, you had the opportunity.
It was there. She was almost there.
I provided color commentary, so there was that. I thought I did well.
In fact, the commentary was so good, Kim, we were annoying the other players. It was.
I know.
I'm not gonna lie. So let's get into Mark's list. PUBG is first on your list, Mark. So we'll talk about this. That is a game though that you really do have to coordinate if you want to win with your squad. And here we are getting into the final circle area, and Robin and Kim both show up at the same time, and it was just mass confusion. because we're trying to coordinate and have conversations. Robin and Kim are just popping off left and right, making their comments.
I'm getting told off for not following them or doing something, and I'm saying, I can't hear what you're saying. Everyone's talking at once. Yeah, it was crazy.
I believe your son at one point said, Robin, I don't think I ever played PUBG with you or any video game when you haven't been pissed. So,
yeah.
That was a learning moment. That really cut deep. That did.
And I think that was James. That was my nephew. I think. Yeah. So I've played this a couple of times past week. Thursday night I played with my two nephews and my son Jay, and we played for a good 3 or 4 hours solid all night. Finished at like 2 a.m. and we had loads of chicken dinners. We did as usual first 3 casual matches. We chicken dinnered all 3 of them, and then we went into the like normal matches with 100 real players, and we did all the maps: Miramar, Vikendi, Zanghok, and then that new one I can't remember what it's called. And we must have had a good like 75% chicken dinner rate. And if we didn't get the chicken dinner, we were in the top 5 usually. So yeah, we had some really good matches. And I
want to play now.
myself,
Let's go. Can I buy it?
And then Friday night we played again. This time with Greg and Robin and just my nephew Liam. James was working, unfortunately. He joined in later on after Greg went, I think. And Jay was there again. So yeah, a complete blast. We just having a right laugh. I get the piss taken out of me for being an old twat, and they'd fuck off and leave me behind.
You
and
did, big style.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
If you're gonna run on ahead, at least let me know. Yeah. Let me know you're running on ahead.
In fairness to Mark, though, I mean, it was like
we did it
we're
too,
sitting
didn't
there.
Greg? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I'm like, but I'm seeing them leave. I was at least paying attention to the fact that they were leaving, so I'm like, Mark, we gotta go, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And Mark's just like, I need 556. He's just like on and on all the time. I need 556. I need 556.
Need a purple helmet. But then the kids go, there's 3 up ahead. There's 3. They're up over there behind that tree. Yeah. Okay. There's 2. Yeah. Oh, there's 1 left. Then we catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. The young ones are so good at this game. Like Jay was getting like 9 or 10 kills per game.
Good fun.
I was doing all right. I was happy with my performance. I was getting 3 or 4 usually, so I was happy with that. So yeah.
I think the other funny thing is we all
had these moments, didn't we?
Oh God, yeah. You have your moments, but then the other funny part is like, so you get used to seeing bots.
Yeah.
Especially because we warm up with 3 casual matches, and so you don't get real players until the end. But the surprise then is it a bot or is it real? Is it a bot or is it real? And for the most part, we were able to usually identify when it was bots versus real players. But there were a couple times where it caught us off guard, where we were thinking it was a bot, and we're like, oh no, that's actually a real player.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, me and Liam went ahead and we were going up this hill, and all of a sudden these 2 guys popped out from behind a tree and just fucking obliterated us. We were both killed instantly. And it's and we weren't expecting it, but with the bots, when they're behind a tree, they'll like keep going left and right of the tree, so you know they're a bot because it's like automated. They do the same thing all the time behind the trees, do the bots. But because they're always moving, I find it hard to fucking hit the fuckers.
Right.
The good target practice.
The best thing for me now is the costumes. I love my costumes. In my swimsuit and beach hat and flip flops went really well. My shark head and my chicken head has been.
Well, the rooster outfit is good. I like that. That's what I think my favorite.
Mark's is the bikini.
One of the funniest moments was like Robin trying to revive me and it couldn't get it to revive, and then if you hold X, it actually picks a character up now. So in one game, I got sniped. And I was near a rock, so I crawled around the other side of a rock to be protected from snipers. I said, "Oh, Robin, come and get me up." So Robin comes over. He's crouching down, trying to revive me. It won't work. And all of a sudden, he picks me up. I says, "Whatever you do, Robin, don't go around the other side of a rock." So what does Robin do? Runs down the other side of a rock.
I thought
boom!
I was protecting
Sniper.
You.
Robin's dead. Another boom, and I'm
fun.
dead. Yeah, straight into the view of a sniper. That sniper must have been pissing himself laughing when he sees this fucking woman in a bikini fucking dragging me around on the side of the rock. But we had a laugh. It was a good laugh.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah,
good fun.
And I see you finished Far Cry 6.
Yes, so yeah, I mentioned last time I've nearly got to the end of it, and I've finished it now. I just sort of like mainlined all the for story things. There's still a lot to do on it if I wanted to. I don't know if I'm going to go back to it, to be honest, because when we're on about recently, we keep mentioning it, don't we, about length of video games. Like, I thought I'd put more hours into this one. I thought I've actually finished this in 45 hours, but it felt longer. So that, to me, is long enough. But yeah, pretty decent ending. Quite a bit of a surprise ending. The voice acting from the Polo Chicken Man, I can't remember his real name, Giancarlo, is it? From Breaking Bad, who plays the Chicken Man.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's also in The Boys. His performance in this is outstanding, and the facial animations on the guy in the wheelchair. The facial animations and the motion capture is second to none in this game. It is superb on the PS5 and I presume the Series X and PC. Very good.
Circle back. Corzan is asking, is Pub Landlord more fun than Warzone?
I think they're a different vibe. I mean, it's hard to explain, but I feel like in Warzone, the one thing you get is I feel like when you get in a firefight, you have the potential to survive the firefight a little easier. Like I think getting away from the firefight tends to be, escapability. In Warzone, to me, is easier.
I think Warzone's more Twitch shooter than PUBG.
Right.
PUBG's more tactical.
The
Warzone.
PUBG, sorry, Mark. It's sort of a community thing. We have a laugh to that crescendo.
There doesn't seem to be any toxicity like you get in Warzone. Like you get all these name calling, and you don't get that many cheaters because the cross-platform doesn't include PC on consoles. It's only console and console. PC's a different entity, but on Warzone, PC players are cross-playing with console players, and there's that many cheaters. It's just. Well, I haven't played Warzone for well over a year now. I've no intention to. So.
I did check out Warzone.
Yeah, with the Godzilla thing.
A couple weeks ago, just to see Godzilla and King Kong, and that was really cool. Yeah. I had no clue what the hell I was doing, but it was cool.
Apparently, PUBG keeps putting in special events. I don't know if it's on the console as well, but I remember Fraser talking about a month ago. They did a chicken event on PUBG, and it was a giant chicken shooting rockets out of its ass, and everyone had to shoot its chicken. So that must have been fun. So yeah. But yeah, I like my PUBGs. It's nice to get back into it, and I've got the hook again now. So yeah, we're going to make this a regular thing on Friday nights, hopefully, like our Wednesday Halo nights.
Absolutely. And we will welcome also. I think, of course, I was talking about potentially downloading it. Give it a download. Come hang out.
Well, it's free to play now as well. So if you were one of those who never bought PUBG, it's free to play now. And if you did pay for PUBG, you get what's called PUBG Plus. So you get double XP and a few other benefits.
Not that it really matters. No. I mean, let's be honest. This is all cosmetic stuff.
You got a free bikini too.
Yeah,
you get a free bikini. That's the important thing.
But we were talking about Far Cry 6. So, back to Far Cry 6. So, yeah. The endings.
Shut up.
The ending's got a bit of a shocker moment, and it's quite moving actually. But it's pretty good. Graphically, the game's fantastic. The gunplay is good. The sound's amazing. Typical Far Cry, really. So, and like I mentioned before, they've put free DLC content in there, which for Ubisoft, it's quite unusual to put free stuff in there. So there's a Stranger Things episode in there, which I did, which caught me by surprise. I didn't expect it. That was really cool. Going into the Upside Down and having that environment, that was really good. There's some Rambo stuff in there. There's Stallone Rambo. There's Danny Trejo, who does Machete. So he's in there. So I've not done any of that yet, because like typical Ubisoft game, the map is covered in fucking icons everywhere. So much to do. Oh yeah, and so like there's an end game thing as well on Far Cry 6. When I finished it and I got the credits rolled, it now says, now it's insurgency. So all the army troops are taking revenge now for you, sort of like completing the game. And they're sort of like taking over all the bases you've already captured throughout the game. So throughout the game, you capture all these outposts and checkpoints, and there's fucking tons of them. And now they're taking them back. So your objective now in endgame is to clear out all the insurgency and recover all your lost outposts.
Your objective in the Game Plus is to play the game again, basically.
It's to just carry on playing. Yeah, never ending story. But yeah, for me,
right.
mate, I've finished now. I've got that many games to play. I need to move on to something else. So yeah, I'm looking at starting another big game now. I don't know what to play. There's that much choice.
There is quite a few games out there. Yeah. Speaking of, Robin, I know we talked about PUBG already. I don't know if you want to cover that again or not.
No. Galo, well, too. I want to talk about a set of course competizione. I did play a bit more of
I would just like to point out that it is you're incorrectly pronouncing this title. It is Assetto Corsa Complenioso.
Yeah, I'll get to that.
Okay, just making sure.
I did do it, but what's the big steampunky futuristic game? So I did play some of that this week as well, and sort of got back into it and enjoyed it. But I want to talk about this. This is a racing game, highly simmy. It's a friggin' big rabbit hole of a game. I am thinking really I'm going to buy a new rig because Charlie took my rig in his room and uses it regularly. But getting the right rig to play with a steering wheel again is big bucks. To get a good rig now without even a steering wheel or gear shifts or pedals, the good rig is about 500 quid plus for everything else. Anyway, I've been playing it anyway with controller, enjoying it. But I got to the point I'm not even playing online yet. I'm playing in sort of the campaign mode. So about 2 weeks ago, I started this endurance race. Now, an endurance race will have Monza was the race, Italian circuit. You'll have your practice, 5 minutes, qualifying 1, 2, and 3, all 5 minutes roughly each, 5, 10 minutes, and then the main race. And the main race, it's supposed to be a 3-hour simulation, but the race lasts for 1 hour. And I have been trying to complete this race now for I've completed it this afternoon actually. I think my 5th attempt. So problems, yes, crashing out.
Ooh.
Rage quit. Okay, you have to do mandatory pit stops.
Okay,
and to do a mandatory pit stop, there's really no tutorial with this game. You're completely reliant on YouTube. There's so much depth. There's so many things you can tweak in this. So if you whiz into the pit lane too quickly and don't put it into first gear and get into automatic pit speed, you'll get a penalty. If you go too fast, you will be disqualified. And you could be 30 minutes into this race and you speed just the tiniest bit and you get disqualified 30 minutes in. You've invested 30 minutes of your time. Or if you've got 2 pit stops, which you have to do here, you have 2 chances of getting that happening. And I have been, Anyway, I've qualified in first position for this race and I've had to restart the race so many times. And the pit stop part, you have to be exactly lined up or it takes a wee bit too long. So you go in first and come out in 7th. And today I finished the race and there was 16 other drivers and I thought, frig it, I'm just going to finish the race. I finished 16th today. And it turns out at the end of it all, when I look at it, in 16th place, DSQ. I was disqualified at the beginning of the race for touching another car.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Now, saying that, this is fabulous. It is a fabulous racing game. It really, really feels so good. The cars feel fantastic. The way the tires start to wear out and the fuel loads, and then you go down the rabbit hole of adjusting dampers and suspensions and so many different things. It is absolutely cool. The problem, one of the reasons why I ended up in 16th today is after my second pit stop, I didn't put enough fuel in my car. So I had to do a 3rd pit stop to splash and dash to get another batch of fuel, which has put me at the back. And yeah, fuck me. And I'm really enjoying it, but it is so frustrating as well. But for racing sim guys, this is lovely. Just fabulous. But very, very frustrating. And the learning curve is very, very steep.
What's the handling like? Is it similar to like Project Cars 2 or is it even more similar than that? Project Cars was like had a huge difficulty spike when you went from Forza to Project Cars.
Yeah, and I played quite a bit of Project Cars. Yeah. but I think that was just tweaky with your controller. You just had to get used to it. There's weight and difference to all of the cars. There's only one type of car in Assetto Corsa Competizione, and it's saloon cars. Like there's no open cockpit, open wheels. There's none of that whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, there's none of that. It's one type of car. So big Mercs, BMWs, Audis. Yeah. That's all the way through. But they all have a certain different feel to them, and it looks fabulous. It's I'm going to be spending more time with this, unless. I mean, even when Forza Motorsport comes out eventually, I can't imagine it'll feel just as good as this. But it deserves a steering wheel. It deserves proper pedals.
The only problem I have with racing games when you're doing a long race, like even in like Forza, just like over 15 laps, I start to I don't know if it hypnotizes me, but I start to nod off me. Yeah. It puts me to sleep. Yeah, it just puts me to sleep going around all the time.
I come off and I'm drained. I've said this before about it. You know, even the 30-minute race, but the hour-long race is you just feel drained out of it. And at 45 minutes in, then you get disqualified, or you're speeding in the pit lane or something like that. There, it's just controller down.
Yeah,
off. Oh yeah, but I'm enjoying it. But wow, tough going.
Okay.
I did touch again as Cyberpunk. I had played a fair bit of it and then got back into it again, and I'm enjoying it. It's good. It is good, and I need to stick at it, because you can forget where you are. It's like reading a good book. You have to work out where you were in the book.
Oh, this could be my next big game then, because I've not played this yet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I thoroughly enjoyed the story.
But
it's one of those things where you do have to pay attention to the story. If you're kind of getting, like when I first played it the first time through, I was very distracted while I was playing it, and so I wasn't picking up a lot of the story beats, and so it didn't feel good, if you will. But when I kind of restarted, I just started from scratch and just really paid attention. I got into it, just hook, line, and sinker, and then
I don't know. I mean, who I'm picking. You know, am I picking the right story arcs, or am I siding with the right guys? I have no idea at the moment. I'm just
and those do have ramifications towards endgame, which is kind of cool.
So I'm playing as the office person, or the business thing, because I thought, well, that'll be interesting for me. That's the way I'll go. Yeah. I don't know what it means otherwise.
Well, and there's three different, I don't want to call it classes, but backgrounds that you can choose when you start the game, and all three have very different intros, which is also very cool.
I mean, they wanted me to do things like wrestling or boxing matches or something like that. And do I have to do that sort of stuff? Do I?
You don't have to. I think there's some side quest stuff. Like there's a Fight Club kind of thing that's a side quest, that you can go down, and it gets very in depth. But you do not have to do it for sure.
I'm at the stage where I'm picking up everything. I don't quite know what all the menus do just yet, and I'm upgrading stuff that I don't really know. So I'm at that learning stage of the UI.
I'm
tempted. Mark, that's a game. You'll get lost in this game.
I'm tempted to go down the techie route if you can, because I liked Watch Dogs with all the
Oh, you can.
With a sort of like hijacking the gadgets and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would venture to say going down that tech route is probably one of the better routes to go.
Right, yeah.
Shooting feels good in this game, but not great. And what I mean by sometimes it's a little finicky. Whereas the tech abilities, they kind of will bypass some of the gunfight needs you'll have. You'll still have very cool moments using the tech as opposed to trying to just gunfight brute force it.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. I mean, Greg, because as we know with Mark's experience with Ninja Foodies, maybe technical stuff.
I might blow myself up.
Really good point. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll blow myself up later.
Yeah,
but
you can do that.
I was thinking yesterday. Anyway, I didn't know whether to start this or whether to start Death Stranding. So, but yeah, I'm more tempted to go for
this. Anyway, getting a bit of gaming time in, enjoying it. One question, Greg.
Yes.
I'm coming close to the time with my Steam Deck is probably going to be available to me. And I'm starting to see quite a few of them on Facebook Marketplace and places like that for sale.
Already? Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if it's people being opportunistic. So one guy was £1,000, but one was more
Oh, the scalpers. Yeah.
I'm sure there's opportunists out there that are selling them off because of how Steam I think was pretty smart in the way they did the release. I know where you're going. Is it worth the investment?
No, have you touched it this week?
Have I touched it this week? Not this week. I played with it last week. It's what when the fancy strikes me, that's when I'll touch it.
Yeah. No, it's not the money. Is it going to fulfill the need that I am still going that route?
Yeah.
Should I just buy another Xbox Series S and a screen thing and a portable case?
And here's where the Steam Deck for me, the game changed on it, and that was when I actually uploaded Game Pass and was able to get Game Pass working on the Steam Deck. That is, to me, like that now makes the Steam Deck even that much more useful to me, because my Steam library is pretty limited. I didn't have a ton of games on Steam, and the problem is on Steam only certain titles are fully supported, and then some titles are sort of supported.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
And so, I'm looking at my library of games. I'm like, crap, I don't have a ton that I can actually play on the Steam Deck. A couple games that I thought, okay, I will play this on Steam Deck, but a lot of them I was just like, I'm disappointed I can't play that on Steam Deck. Now that I can play Xbox Live Game Pass through the cloud on Steam Deck, and it functions well enough, especially for single player games, a whole library is opened up to me, and the controls feel great because it's using kind of that Xbox control scheme through the Steam Deck. So
as well as games on Game Pass, can you use the cloud to play games you've bought on your console then? Like Elden Ring?
Well, Elden Ring, for one, runs well on Steam Deck. That was one thing. Yeah, but
you'd have to buy it again, though, wouldn't you?
Right. I don't know on Game Pass. I think Game Pass, as long as you bought it and you own it.
Because I thought xCloud, if you owned it, you could play it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can, Mark. Right, I'm pretty sure.
Because that would
not
make
100% positive, but yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah,
I don't get one anyway.
Yeah, I have found its use. Once I did that, I felt like the use case for it opened up a lot for me. And so that made me much happier. My understanding is you can actually upload Epic Game Store as well. That would open up another set of games for me that I could play, and that you actually download to your deck. Yeah. The benefit of Game Pass, by the way, through Steam Deck is because it's operating in the cloud. It's not using the power of the Steam Deck. So all of the Microsoft servers so the battery life doubles. And that's a huge win.
Yeah, because the processor's not crunching numbers, is it?
For longer.
Yes, it's important that your deck stays charged for longer.
Indeed.
That's what I said. Freezing.
He can keep his deck in his hand a lot longer.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me. I have beer syndrome. Excuse me.
Oh dear God. Yeah, you do. I know where that's going.
Yep.
But the problem is he's going to go to the bathroom, and now the floodgates are open. In like 10 minutes later, he's going to have to go to the bathroom again.
Yep.
All right. My end. Halo Infinite. Continue to play the multiplayer. We do our Wednesday nights multiplayer sessions. Had another good session of Wednesday night this past week. Got in more PUBG, obviously, with you guys on Friday. I want to just quick special announcement because I forgot to include this on my original games, Mark. But Jurassic Evolution 2, I played this specifically for Microsoft Rewards points because the tutorial, you get very easy achievement points quickly in the tutorial for the game. So if you're looking for that top picks game to play to get some achievements, Jurassic Evolution 2 is on there, and it's available through the cloud. So you literally don't even have to download the game. Just play it off cloud. And then Sniper Elite 5. So I've been playing this. To me, this is Hitman in World War II. That's at least the vibe I get from playing it, and I enjoy it thoroughly.
I've heard good things about this game.
Yeah, you typically are being very sneaky. You can get into firefights, but getting into a firefight normally is going to be bad for you. The outcome is going to go against you because just enemy soldiers will come out of the woodworks trying to get at you. And so, in fact, the one mission I just played through, I went loud, wasn't using silenced weapons, and of course, sirens are going off all over the place. German soldiers are charging at me from all different directions, and I died a number of times. I died quite a few times, but save states are generous, and so I could load back up easy enough, and eventually I pretty much killed all the Germans at the base just by virtue of having set off all the alarms. But it's good. There's upgrade systems for your weapons. The only thing that I think that would be different from this and Hitman really is that whole notion of you're putting on different outfits and trying to fool people to think, you're the mailman and you're setting up a bomb in the mailbox type thing. You don't do that, but you can, create traps. So you can rig a car to explode if somebody tries to shut off the engine. You can booby trap bodies. So if you kill a German soldier, instead of hiding him, you leave the German soldier out in the open and you booby trap him. And another German comes along to check on that body. They set off the booby trap, and it detonates and kills them. So I love all those little kind of nuances of how to approach and different pathways you can take towards getting to the objective and doing it. And it looks great. It runs well. Thoroughly pleased with it. It is on Game Pass, so it's kind of a win if you have Game Pass. You're getting a great quality game in the month of June. I don't know what else to say. I have not played the Invasion mode.
I was just going to say, one I did ask you about it earlier, but there's a mode in this called Invasions, and it works a bit like Dark Souls, where you can invade another player's game. And I've seen a guy on YouTube play it on PC. It's the first time he's ever played it, and all he did was invade all the time. And as the invader, you have an advantage over being invaded, because if you invade someone, you are a German sniper yourself, so you're on the German team, so you don't have all the AI shooting at you, whereas the other guy has to contend with all the AI characters shooting at him, as well as you fucking hunting him down.
Right.
And there's telephones throughout the map, and I saw him using a telephone, and it helped him pinpoint where the enemy was by using intel from the other German soldiers. And he had a pretty good success rate of being invader, and it's the first time he's ever played it. It looked really cool though. It looks very interesting, and like in Elden Ring, you can actually turn that off, like you have already.
Right, and they give you that option, like when you're setting it up, they go through like the setup screen of HDR lighting, your brightness settings and all of that, and then they ask you about Invasion if you want it on or off, and you can turn it off or turn it on at that point, and then make a switch later on if you want to test out the waters with Invasion or not. Interestingly enough, those telephones are in the single player game as well.
And
when you have it turned off,
them as well.
Yeah, they just show up as you can't use them. They say Invasion mode only when you come up to those telephones. But it's good. I like it. The voice acting is decent enough. It's a nice game. It's a nice get.
Has it got the classic X-ray nutshot technology like the other Sniper Elites?
Yes. Most of mine have been headshots, not nutshots, mind you. But absolutely. It does that.
I was doing it now on screen,
Yeah. And there's just something satisfying about that.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I had a double headshot, which was great. So I shot one guy and it went straight on through him into the next guy. So, very much enjoying it. So Sniper Elite 5. It's out there. It's definitely worth playing if you have it or are thinking about it.
Yeah, because James texted me earlier in the week. He says, "Oh, do you want to go halves on Sniper Elite 5 on PlayStation?" I went, "No, sorry, because it's free on Game Pass." He went, "Fuck." So he's bought it anyway. So he's playing it on PS5. But yeah, it's free on Game Pass, man. Can't beat that, can you?
Corzon in the chat
70 quid on PlayStation.
He's saying there's a sniper versus sniper mode. Also, he said it's very difficult, but it's a good laugh. So, I'll dabble in the multiplayer at one point. I haven't bothered. I've just been enjoying the single player so far. All right, that is me. So let's move on. No quizzes, no extra games this week. We're going to dive into some news first.
Oh, is that a cue for me to play a clip?
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah.
Here is the fucking news.
It is really hard to find good help these days. It really is. We're going to have to put another ad in the newspaper. Just saying. All right. So prior to the Sony State of Play, which we're going to recap in just a moment, Dragon Age Inquisition, or Dragon Age, no, sorry, not Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Yeah. They showed off the logo, I guess, for lack of a way to put it.
Right.
And they said that they'll have more news later on in the year. So, Kim, talking about our predictions from last week,
right,
doesn't quite get you there unless we do see actual gameplay.
Well, I mean,
who
they
knows?
said later in the year. I mean, whenever
it
this goes
could-
up, could be later. So, I mean, it's possible.
Well, yeah, it's possible. Anyway. But more importantly, though, exciting for Dragon Age players or Dragon Age fans.
Right.
It is still in the works and looking like we're getting closer to it being finished. So that kicked off the week, so to speak, if you will. And it happened right around the Sony State of Play as well. So this all kind of happened all together. But Sony did their new State of Play. It was on Thursday. This was a 30-minute show. Sony properly, I think, set the stage to say prior to that this was going to be about PlayStation VR 2 and an update from third-party partners. And so that was kind of the stage. And so what we got, kind of in order of how they appeared, they started off with PSVR 2 being kind of the focal point of the show. So it started off, we saw Resident Evil 4 Remake with VR content in development for the game. Looks really good. If you haven't played Resident Evil before, Resident Evil 4 before, it's kind of one of the I think, most liked of the Resident Evil games. I think a lot of people really liked 4 more than any other. This looks like they've really updated it nicely. I don't know if it's in the Unreal 5 engine or not, but I mean, it looks fantastic. So there's definitely that to look forward to. And then, of course, on the VR front, they're going to have some content in development for that. So maybe it'll be some kind of VR experience in the game. The next announcement that came was Resident Evil Village VR coming to PSVR 2. So being able to play the entire game of Resident Evil Village in VR, that probably is going to be scarier than hell. We'll just throw that out there. The next game was then announced, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. And I was a little thrown off because, I mean, we started off with back-to-back basically zombie games. And I was like, God, are they really just going to focus in on PSVR as being a zombie simulator? Huh. But no. We then got a No Man's Sky update that they're going to bring this game to PlayStation VR 2 as well. And then they wrapped things up with Horizon Call of the Mountain.
This looks good.
And this looks really good. Yeah.
This might sell me on PSVR.
Nothing can sell me on VR, for the record. And that is no fault of VR. That's just my life.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to do, but yeah. If anything was going to tempt me, it'd be this.
Yeah, the one thing I did laugh at, though, with Horizon Call of the Mountain is it has the magic hands.
Yeah, floating hands.
I call it the magic hands.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, that wraps up the VR section, and then they moved on to indies. They announced that Tunic is coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So that's a kind of an exciting announcement for PlayStation fans and owners of the PS5 or PS4. You'll get to play that great game. Then they showed off a game called Enter Knights, which I believe this was kind of an anime-esque kind of looking game. And then a game that surprised me from the developers of Ollie World, Roller Dome, which Roller Dome basically is you're on skates, you're on roller skates, but you have guns. And so it's like a combat arena on roller skates. You're doing kind of all kinds of crazy flips and backflips, but you have guns. You're shooting one another. So, it looks interesting. I'll be curious to see what it actually looks like in actual gameplay when it comes out.
And you're not doing these in order. I'm having right trouble finding these clips.
Well, this is the order of when I had them off of a recap. So maybe they're not in exact order of the show. Apologies, Mark. Then we had Season A Letter to the Future. So this was an indie game. Kind of looks like a walking simulator-esque game, but you're on a bike. I don't know. I mean, yeah, okay. I wasn't like overly.
Do you fall off the bike? I mean, Dan might like it if you could fall off
looks
the
like
bike.
you milk a cow. I don't know.
You might milk a cow. You don't fall off a bike, as far as I know. It didn't speak to me
my
at all.
sort of game,
Yeah. Then the fanboys of the world were crying. Others were renouncing as Sony made the big announcement that Spider-Man will release on PC. And that this will be the remastered version, so that will be coming to PC this fall. I mean, it's a big deal. Sony is increasing, and this is something we talked about last week, Kim. Sony definitely understands PC. They understand that they can make a lot more money with PC, and so I suspect we're going to just continue to see this. That their first-party titles eventually.
All these things just stay on Sony.
If you think about it. Spider-Man's been out a couple of years now. They've probably milked all the PlayStation players for it. So why not go to PC and start milking all them? Because it is an amazing game. So
no, there's no reason why they can't. I think a lot of people. I mean, I saw a tweet going around where they were actually showing off Insomniac's tweet from back when the game first came out, which said it will only ever be on PC on PlayStation. Times change, and I think Sony is changing their model a little bit. They understand the value of putting it on PC, and so we're going to continue to see this. We'll get games from time to time that will maybe a year or two out. It'll release onto PC. We may see that increase in terms of its cadence. I don't know we're quite there that it's going to be day and date, but who knows?
As Boof is saying people, the mods will be very, very interesting.
Yes.
I watched some YouTube videos there and watching Jurassic Park with a cat, and that was really interesting. So they do that sort of thing, and some of the mods.
Some of the mods for Elden Ring are amazing. They've put like Homer Simpson in and stuff, and different characters in Elden Ring. It's just crazy.
I just actually saw a mod that had Master Chief fighting Kratos. So they skinned out Master Chief over one of the characters in God of War. So I mean,
the PCs will be able to handle the water effects anyway in the puddles and stuff. So
easy, Tiger.
Good thing.
Then Kim's favorite game, Stray, was shown off, and also importantly,
this quite interesting actually.
The cat simulator game, or Cyberpunk cat, I guess is. I don't know what to make of this game. It's a very unusual looking game.
It looks nice.
It's coming to PlayStation Plus. Not everybody on PlayStation Plus. They said PlayStation Plus users of a certain tier, so I'm assuming it's the extra and premium tier are going to get this day and date. But again, this is going to be day and date release. Kind of going back to that whole thing of will Sony embrace day and date releases on the PlayStation Plus services? It's gonna happen.
They've captured the cat perfectly though. They've captured the assholeness of a cat, because it walks on a ledge and it knocks every fucking bottle off. You know what I mean? That's spot on for being an asshole cat.
I'm glad you said assholeness.
All cats
not
are evil.
that they perfectly capture the cat's asshole.
No.
No. Well, I mean, the Sony guys have been working with PCs for years, so they're bound to be able to get that right.
For the gamers.
Next game up, the Callisto Protocol. This game looks fantastic.
This was the best thing on there, yeah.
Yeah, this is, if you think Dead Space, that's what this is. In fact, I think it's the former developers of Dead Space reformed a new, new studio.
Do you know the new PUBG with a free-to-play? That's Crafton as well.
And so here was the odd thing. Speaking of this game, they said that they were making an announcement. This is like a month back or whatever, but that the Callisto Protocol was no longer part of the PUBG universe.
Right.
When was this ever part of the PUBG universe?
I don't know.
But yeah, so this looks fantastic. I am very much looking forward to this game. It's coming to all platforms. It'll come this fall, and it's one to be excited for. And then last but not least, but I think last in terms of me, that I might have some interest in, was Street Fighter 6. But I honestly wasn't that excited for this. I didn't think this looked all that great. A lot of people seem to think it looks fantastic. To each their own. They are introducing some kind of open world aspect to this game. So I think there's going to be some kind of exploration mode that you can go through, and then obviously play through Street Fighter 6 in a normal fight sessions. But yeah, Capcom was pretty heavily in this showcase. And then the final game of the showcase to talk about was Final Fantasy 16. They showed this off. It looks fantastic. And then I heard the characters talking. Again, I'm not big on the whole anime side of things. So, the dialogue in these games just drives me crazy because it's so overly dramatic, but that's the staple of these games. So Final Fantasy 16, I think, Final Fantasy fans are going to be overjoyed by this. And I mean, it looks awesome. I think it looks fantastic visually. So it's something to be quote unquote excited for if you're into that. Yeah, no,
yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Hey, it looks good, yeah. I still haven't played 15 because 15 looks quite good as well, and it's got real time combat now, hasn't it? Hack and slash combat rather than turn based. So, and this looks similar. It looks like it's real time combat. So, yeah, it looks interesting. It does look graphically amazing.
Agreed. And so that was the showcase. 30 minutes. It was well paced. I mean, I don't think there was really ever a dull moment to the showcase. Just when, even when they were showing off games that I wasn't particularly interested in, it was done at a fast enough pace that I never was like, oh, you got through it quick. So I'd give it a solid B. I think I was a little harsh at first. I was saying more of a C, but as I really think back on it, I think it was a solid enough state of play for them, especially with the expectations they set. I think this served Sony perfectly fine. It may not have been the E3 kind of level we were hoping for, and that would be my one kind of real knock against this state of play, because I felt like it could have been a bigger, kind of more robust state of play, but oh well. Okay.
Yep.
This sets the stage. Sets the stage for us to talk about our predictions. So Kim and I went through last week because, of course, we were the only two people on last week.
I haven't heard it either yet. I'm halfway through, so I've not heard your predictions yet.
Well, that's okay. That's good. We're not influencing anybody. We gave our predictions last week. That means, Mark, you and Robin both are on the hook this week. So the ask was 3 predictions for the Xbox Bethesda Showcase, 3 non-Xbox Bethesda Showcase predictions. But
oh, fuck.
As I conceded, you can do a mix. So you could do 4 or 2 or 2 and 4, whatever, however you want to do it. I'm not going to hold you to the fire on that because I didn't hold Kim to the fire on that, so we're fine. You can add a little bonus to it if you want to try and get extra credit, and that bonus means you get more specific. So, for instance, I went bold last week. I said Hellblade 2 was going to come out this year, and then my bonus was, and it's going to take the release date Starfield used to have, and it's going to be 11/11/22.
11/11. I listened to that. Yeah.
So that was that sets the stage for you two. So we will start with Mark.
Right. Okay.
Mark,
so
let's go. What's
struggle,
your first prediction?
I always struggle with predictions. So, and I didn't copy off Rich, but I had this in mind anyway, and it's been rumored for a long, long time now by Playground Games. And my first one is Fable will finally be shown gameplay, and they will have a release window of Holiday 22 this year.
God, that'd be nice.
Yeah. In fact,
Okay.
I actually started playing Fable Anniversary. I'm hoping Fable this year, Holiday 2022.
That's bold. So by the way, I did the bonus as being it will release this year. So Fable shown with gameplay is your prediction.
Yeah.
Released this year is your bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. Robin, let's go to you. Let's do this round robin.
Okay,
what do you say, Robin?
I'm going to talk some hardware stuff here. So I think there's going to be, and there's maybe 2 in 1 here. There will definitely be a new SKU coming up for the Xbox Series. Slimmer, faster, definitely smaller form factor for the Xbox Series S. No,
I think you're another
with
year.
COVID,
I think maybe next year, but yeah.
If not, but I definitely think we're going to see something either announced, ready for this year, for this Christmas, or early next year.
Nice
as a stick that will go into your TV that will do Xbox
right.
Cloud gaming.
Game Pass stick.
On any
stick.
TV. Yeah, and that will start to appear in apps with new TVs coming. It'll be there as a downloadable. I think Samsung will take that on. It'll be an app. But I think there's a USB slot or HDMI plug-in, like your Google or your Amazon stick, but it'll be for Microsoft xCloud, and I think that's a no-brainer now. Now that the speeds for a lot of people are capable, and more are coming there. I think the first generation of those sticks will be coming out very soon. I'd say by the end of the year.
Okay, and so just to be clear, so that was really kind of two predictions, right? So
it was, yes.
A new SKU
definitely
for
new hardware in the wear.
Okay, so new SKU for the Xbox console, and then a cloud stick announced in the show.
Yeah.
So you're saying they're going to show it off in the show?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
xCloud for all, or something. It'll be xCloud everywhere, or something. It'll become something like that. So
okay,
anybody can.
I'm getting the specifics down.
But can you imagine? I mean, for me, for a traveler, then all I have to do is be able to access the HDMI port or of a TV in a hotel room, and
stick
I'm away.
Your stick in, connect your controller to your stick, and you're away, aren't you?
Yep, right, go on. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah,
I just listen to Mark saying stick your stick in. Never mind.
Right.
Okay. In a hotel room. So
yeah, in a hotel room, no less. Might as well throw in a couple of cocktails too. All right, Mark. Next prediction from you, please.
Forza 8 will be showcased, so it'll be the opening of the event. It'll be the first game of the show. There'll be car porn everywhere, so it'll be their opening to the event, and it will release October 2022.
Car porn.
I think that's a good potential there. Okay, so Forza 8 showcased and opens the show.
Fuck's sake, Mark.
And it releases in October. All right, Robin, what do you want to throw out next? What's your next prediction?
Forza Motorsport 8 will be announced, and it'll come out before the end of the year. Saints Row.
Oh yeah.
Which is not necessarily, it's third party, but I know they've talked about
That'll
Remake,
be
but I think
one, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get Xbox and Microsoft. This is a boring part of it. Okay, so Activision Blizzard and Microsoft are going to be hitting megabucks over the next year. So 10 billion turnover for Activision Blizzard, 16 billion for the Xbox side of their business. So it's going to be megabucks. If you have a interest in investing a bit of money, the Microsoft share price is down. It dipped as low as $240. It was at $300, and I would say within the year that's going to be touching $350 to $400 a share for Microsoft and then Activision Blizzard as a share thing. That's a stock prediction, which is to do with the success of that whole big monster of all of these games, that the studios that they've bought. Activision Blizzard, all of the stuff that's coming there. It's going to be an absolute powerhouse in a year time again when things start to recover. Good time to buy shares, by the way, if you've got spare money.
Okay, so that is, I'm going to make you give me a different prediction, only because the predictions I'm looking for you guys is within the showcase or the next week, right? So that's a future looking one. You're saying at some point in time this coming year. And we can put this into your 2022 predictions, Rob. But you're going to say Microsoft's stock value will be $350.
Will be worth $350 to $400.
Okay.
I'll be very happy about that.
All right. Give me something different, Robin. Give me something different on coming to this year.
Saints Row. Sorry, Saints Row. The completely unwoke, and absolutely, completely, stupid, over the top. Not worried about what they do and the wang their big 3 foot, 4 foot long dildos around the place. We want more 4 foot dildos in our games. It's it'll fight back the wokeness in the world. We need that sort of Ricky Gervais type style of game. No holds barred. Frig it all. Let's all have a laugh at ourselves.
Saints Row 3 was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I want a big Saints Row game back again, and I think we're long overdue. Some way to laugh at ourselves. Somebody needs to be brave enough to do that, and Saints Row is definitely it.
Okay.
I also have Fable.
I'm gonna real quickly. I'm gonna make you get a little specific here because I just want to be clear. So Saints Row coming this year.
No, it'll be announced at the show this year and it'll be out early next year.
Okay, so real quickly, and this is why we have to be clear. Saints Row has already been announced. So
no, a remake,
new Saints Row game has
it's been announced.
A remaster.
Yeah,
I don't want a remaster.
New Saints Row game.
It's a new one. It's been announced.
New game is coming. So you're saying though it will come first quarter next year, 2023. Okay.
Yes.
So that will be the announcement. We'll get a date on Saints Row. Okay. All right. We're good. Mark.
Right. So my last Xbox one is right. So. Last year or year before, they've kept showing like teasers for Scorn, like a horror type game, an alien type game. I think this event they will show proper gameplay footage, and they will give a release date of spring 2023.
Okay.
Is that allowed?
Okay. It is.
They'll announce it spring 2023.
It is. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. In the show, they'll show gameplay and we'll say spring 2023 or Q1 2023. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
and thank you, Mark.
A new one of these.
Okay.
Elite.
A new Series... Elite 2. Okay. Or Elite 3.
Three. With the Xbox Series X in mind.
Okay.
That'd be nice.
All right. Done. Mark, what's your next one?
A non-Xbox one. I've done my 3 Xbox ones.
It's up to you. You can do non-Xbox. You can do another Xbox.
I've only done 3 Xbox. I've only done 3 Xbox and 3 non. So my non-Xbox one, PSVR 2 will come out holiday 22 this year. It'll come out for Christmas to milk the cash, Sony cash.
And do you want to be bold and give a month that you think it'll come out? That'll be your bonus, if you will.
End of November, like the console did.
Robin. In fact, Robin, real quickly, for the Elite 3, do you want to do any kind of bonus on that? Say it's coming this year, or
that's a year. That's going to be available for Christmas this year. Absolutely.
Okay.
And in the memory of Richard Webster, absolutely a new Half-Life game will be announced.
I'm President Xbox.
Yes.
That's Mr. Webster.
Yeah. A new Half-Life game will be announced.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mark, you have 2 more.
Yeah. So, Elden Ring DLC will be announced, and it will be available in autumn, or as you call it, fall this year. So around October-ish.
Okay.
And it will be a huge DLC pack, a big new area, lots of new bosses. It's going to be huge.
It'll be a big pack.
Yeah, a big pack.
It'll be a big pack.
Packing a big pack. Yeah. And it will sell fucking megabyte bundles.
Yeah. All right, Robin. Last prediction for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised it isn't here, and I know we had some DLC in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I know I wanted to talk about it earlier, but I'm amazed that we haven't taken the advantage of having a Top Gun game. And I think the Top Gun film has legs for years, and I think we'll see a Top Gun game announced as something will be coming next year.
Okay.
I think there's legs in Top Gun for years and years and years. The franchise has gone for 20 odd years now, or more. So definitely a Top Gun game would be well received.
Okay. All right. I can get behind that. Mark, your last prediction.
Right. So is the Summerfest included with this? With the Jeff Keighley thing?
Yes.
Right. So Jeff Keighley will do his annual cocksucking of Kojima. And Death Stranding 2 will be announced for holiday next year, 2023. Because Jeff Keighley loves Kojima.
He does indeed love Kojima. Holiday 2023. We are locked in. We're done. And on that note, Mark, I already get to tell you one of your predictions is incorrect. Scorn already, they announced it's coming in 2022.
I got half of it right.
Just like in the past couple
days.
Days.
So I better show gameplay now, otherwise I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I have one bonus one, please? Aliens Colonial Marines will be available to play on the Xbox Series X. It's not available in the store anywhere. You can't get it. You can't play it. So I want to download.
Wait, are you saying like xCloud or?
Yeah, or I don't care. It'll just be available to play again.
All right.
Classic game. Classic.
It's a horrible game. Okay. We are locked in, gentlemen. I have all of your predictions. Your fate is in my hands. Good luck.
What was last year's?
God.
It's a good question. I don't know if I remember. Where would I probably have them somewhere. No, I've got them somewhere. Just need to go back and look. But we'll save that for a different show. We've already been running pretty long.
All right. Yeah.
Kim.
Yep.
New release calendar, please. Let's rattle through it.
Okay, we can do that. Alrighty, your new releases for July. I'm jumping ahead already. June 5th through 11th are Spellforce 3 Reforced, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, June 7th. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords for Switch on June 8th. Pro Cycling Manager 2022 for the PC on June 9th. Pro Cycling okay. Tour de France 2022 for the PlayStation. Isn't that basically the same thing as the Pro Cycling Manager? I'm just saying. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, June 9th. Oh dear. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, I guess. The Hinoki, the Hinokami Chronicles for the Switch. Jeez, why don't they name these things any weirder?
Sorry,
right?
Kim, can you please repeat that?
I cannot. June 10th. Mario Strikers Battle League for the Switch on June 10th as well. And a big one that I think a lot of people are looking forward to is The Quarry, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on June 10th as well.
I thought it was PlayStation exclusive, that.
Oh, is that not like big bulldozers and stuff digging up rocks?
No, do you know Until Dawn on PlayStation, the like interactive horror movie thing? It's supposed to be similar to that, isn't it? But I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive. I'm surprised it's Xbox though.
Apparently not.
Yeah. By the way, real quickly, well, first of all, Kim, thank you for going through the list.
You are welcome.
More predictions, spoilering. So Ace Combat 7 Top Gun Skies Unknown actually did just come out, but that's not Robin's prediction. Yeah. Robin's prediction is a Top Gun standalone game.
Right.
We will see Tom Cruise naked butt.
I don't know. We might see Tom Cruise. Who the hell knows?
This is also true. It's difficult for me to say sometimes. All right. Mark, let's talk about playdates for next week. What's going on?
Yeah, so Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. UK time, and that'll be... You haven't put it down here, so I'm going to have to work it out now. So
Work it out.
4 p.m. East Coast, 1 p.m. West Coast.
Lunchtime.
What about for you, Kim?
You just say Greg's lunchtime hour.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's for Halo Infinite multiplayer. If we have up to 4 players, it'll be Fiesta mode. If you have more than 4, it'll be big team battles. Friday nights, same times, 9 p.m. and all the usual shit I've just said. That's PUBG night, where we have a laugh. Yeah. And if we have more than 4 players, we'll just make 2 squads and just split up and do his own thing there. Or we can do custom games. We've never tried that. There is custom games available now. And that might be a laugh. We could do like pistols only or something, or even bow and arrows only, crossbows only. That'd be fun. So yeah, custom games is an option. So yes, join us for those sessions. If you see us online, just jump in at any time.
Absolutely. And if you are curious about the time zones snafu that Mark just kind of went through, it's the same time we record this podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all the same time. We keep things standard here. All right. We're at that time now. Let's wrap this up. It's been a good long show. Any special shout outs? Kim, let's start with you.
Alrighty. I'm going to shout out our shatters one more time. We've had John Mouse, Boomer's been in there, Martin, Boof, Lord, Snoogans, and Corzon. So thank you all for hopping in the chat today and keeping it rather busy. Shout out to you guys as always. It was fun. I hadn't actually planned to be on here, but my plans that I had kind of fell through and didn't happen. So I figured, hey, why not? What the hell? So, yeah, everybody have a good week this week. Hopefully the weather's good and whatnot. Hopefully you're not overrun by mice and other vermin, or that your horse decides to get out by magically opening a gate. So, anyway, have a good week, everybody, and it's over to Bongo.
Yeah, thanks. I've enjoyed tonight. It's lovely not spilling the dicks. Shout out to my wife for being nominated for one of the most influential Women of the Year and getting a nice award. Well done, Judith. Good luck to Joshua tomorrow. He has a very, very big interview with Haas F1. It continues, and is a big presentation to give tomorrow to them. So let's hoping that we might get my son into the Formula One world. To the people that come on the chat, it's been nice input today. It's been really, really good. And be safe, be nice, be careful, and cock cages. BBC.
I want to shout out everyone in the chat. You guys, the Queen for giving us an extra couple of days off this week.
Thank you.
And
God bless you.
My vet and my doggy. I'll let you take us out, Greg.
Yeah, I think I need to echo Martin's shout out to the mice. Squeak, squeak for the win. I think this needs to become I think you need to film your happenings, Kim. I think this needs to be documented. Shout out to the three of you.
Sure.
Yeah. No, thanks to all three of you making the show. It's been a good laugh. I always enjoy my time with you guys. I enjoy my time with the chat, the community. It is why we do this show. It's because we all connect. And so for that, I'm forever thankful. I've got good friends around the world, literally around the world, except for in China.
And a big shout out to Bon Jovi's bassist, Alec John Such. Yeah, I'm sorry he did.
Okay. I didn't know.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just happened.
It does happen. And it apparently just happened. Shout out to my brother-in-law and my sister. Love you. Get well.
Love you.
Yeah. I think I don't have any real shout outs to go. So let's just get out of here. Let's call it a show.
Sounds good.
What is a woman?
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Nice.
See you same time next week.